You're watching Fox 13, the most powerful name in local news.
Well, of course, this past Tuesday, voters hit the polls and weighed in on some big issues. Well, the votes have been tallied, and there are some changes on the way. So now what? How will these decisions affect your life and, more importantly, your wallet? Joining us to break it all down now is attorney Felix Vega. Good morning, Felix.
Morning, Doug.
Thanks for being with us. There were a lot of amendments on the ballot. Only a couple passed. What do you make of that?
People, when they went to the polls this time, they really focused on the amendments, and there was a lot of media coverage, and really, people did their homework this time, and you can see that by the amendments that passed. They were very specific, and they were really the good ones that really benefited people. For example, Amendment 2, property tax discount for disabled vets, passed 63 to 37. The property tax exemptions for soldiers killed in action, also first responders that are killed in action, that passed overwhelmingly, as did Amendment 11, which was low-income seniors getting a tax break. That passed 61 to 39. All the others passed by or failed by a margin of 8 to 26%.
What state and local services do you imagine will take a hit?
Not that many. I think these are good programs that are going to be very targeted. You're talking about property tax exemptions, and also, a little bit of the property rolls will come down. But the big one that didn't pass was Amendment 5, dealing with state courts. That would have been devastating because it would have been fiscally irresponsible to even implement.
Okay. There were, of course, also a number of issues on the ballot in other states as well, legalizing marijuana and gay marriage as well.
Two huge ones, especially the gay marriage. That was the important one that people were really looking at. This was important because 6 states already legalized gay marriage: New York, Connecticut, Iowa, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and also Vermont. The difference is they legalized it through the legislature. These were ballot initiatives 32 times before this week. Same-sex marriage was on the ballot in states, and it had failed. Maine, Maryland, and now Washington last night finally approved it. It shows the shift in public opinion. This year alone, CNN ORC poll found that 54% of Americans now approve of gay marriage. That's up from 44 in 2008. And also because in 2012, 60% of people identified themselves as having a close friend or a family member that is gay. So huge news on that front, and the trend will continue.
Okay, now on to marijuana. Colorado and Washington have
everyone's favorite
voted to legalize recreational marijuana. Of course, the states can do what they want, but there's still federal law, right?
There is federal law, and this is interesting because people have been asking me about this. What is the feds going to come in? Are they going to try and overturn this? Probably not so much. The big difference is the federal cases deal with large amounts of marijuana. You're trafficking. If someone brings a cargo ship full of marijuana into Port Tampa, they're going to obviously step in and do this. The states cannot, or they can't go in and say we're going to cut the laws on the federal level. They're going to be very specific about it. So whether or not the feds get involved in this one, hard to see, but I think it's a trend that's emerging. 18 states already have legal medical marijuana, so I think you'll see this trend continue in other states for recreational. We're talking small amounts.
It's been a left coast thing, though, mostly, right?
Right, and again, it'll come from California, as all good things do, and move forward.
Well, that's a matter of opinion, I suppose. Having lived in California, I can say that. All right, thank you, Felix, for being with us this morning. If you'd like a closer look at what passed and what didn't, just log on to our website, myfoxtampabay.com, for all of the information.